a few more days. You'll be really tired on Friday, I promise you. So I know I've met a lot of you. I'm just going to introduce myself. I'm Courtney Davis. I'm the social chair for the class of 20.
We'll be recognizing a student from last year's class, last year's graduating class, most deserving, most special, who did a simply remarkable project after coming back from China. Let me ask Farouk to make the formal presentation and to read the plaque. We can ask Eric and his dear wife to come on up and receive these awards.
And your strategy got very careful what you have, and so those were the dark ages, but we lived through them. And in Chinese, the Chinese have great expressions, you know, and so Chinese has a great expression. If you and your enemy sit by a river long enough, and you sit and sit and sit, his body will eventually float by. Which is yes? Just say yes. It's not working with me this time. And so now we have Lele, and so shout out to our new dean. So Lele and I joined Rutgers at the same time. She's totally global. She taught supply chain in this program. We have tailwind again. And that's when Kathleen and I said, shout out to Kathleen, that, okay, now, Lewis emerges from hiding. And the Lewis Kerwin Award, you all know, the second year people and your class, the China trip would not happen.
Am I getting ready yet?
Did our internships together at NYU and spent some time in Chinatown. Very much smaller than China, but
an amazing moment as well. And so Lewis does it all, and not just that, Lewis will re-engineer some of your careers before you get your visa, like I said in class. So remember, so we talked about that. But simply China would not happen without Lewis, and I'm going to read the plaque out loud. The Lewis Kerwin Business Expedition Award, and it is an expedition. It's not a trip, it's not a seminar, it's an expedition. There is always some adventure. Okay, we can go on. Remember the SARS thing? Oh, yeah. 1 year, no, let's go, little digression. So we had the wall, and the guy comes to us, let me put this back down. The guy comes to us and says, you and you, the two professors, we have a problem. When you came through the airport, the SARS light that measures your body temperature came positive. Just us, just the two of us. I said, no, how could this be? You're in the California flight, I'm from the New York flight.
We were on different planes coming in at different times.
And both
somehow this guy knew that both of us were positive. And then
we didn't have anything, right?
Yeah, we were well.
We were well. And so he said, but
well, I was well. I don't know about you.
And so he said, so here's the deal. He said, so let's go now to downtown Beijing, and you're in quarantine. So we would be in quarantine. You would have been leaderless, headless, decapitated. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Terrifying. Oh, no one's working with me tonight. So anyway, so he said, all right, fine. And then he says, but I have a brother who's in the commission for health, whatever, for $500. He can maybe. So when we go into the lobby of the hotel, he'll kind of make sure the guys in the white coats don't lock us away. And we were this close to it. Call your brother. Yes, yes, yes. And then I thought, wait a minute. I'm from India. I know these tricks. I can say that. You know, Chalu, the Chalu. And so I called the guy and said, okay, I know the deal. We are not going. You know, so make any call you like, that's yes. I want to use I'm from India. I don't fall for this kind of nonsense. So we are staying at the wall. Then I went to Lewis and said, Lewis, don't be writing. And he said, well, let's see what happens. So we go into the hotel lobby. There's no one in white jackets looking around. Nobody grabbed it. And then he had to come up to my room to pick up some ties and some gifts. So we come to my room. The phone light is flashing. And Lewis goes, Farouk, it's them. Recognition of his kind mentorship. Yeah, Lewis's kindness is legendary. All of you who spent 1 year, and more than 1 year, remember that. And guidance to the Ember students. This award is presented to the Ember student who completes the most outstanding and most unique cause project for the annual EMBA International trip. Dr. Eric Lazar, Executive MBA Program, May 2016. And
It's a bad check.
What I really focused on most, I've been to China a number of times already, and so, but I'd always been there for work, and this was a great opportunity to think about the people that we met, and not so much about work, even though it was a work trip. It was a really interesting cultural experience, and some of the stuff that we'd already learned in the first year was very applicable to what we were seeing, and I thought what Farouk and I found most interesting was the port, that's supposedly the largest, deepest water port in the world. We started counting the number of ships and the number of transports and realized, just like their ghost cities, this must be a ghost port. It's not handling the amount of traffic that it could possibly have been meant to handle. And so it looks like a giant works project more than a functional port. Still fascinating to see. The only thing I want to share with all of you is that I had the opportunity to look at a number of executive MBA programs. And I chose this one because the faculty was so much different than any of the other faculty. I'm a graduate of and looked at Wharton, and in addition to costing about 3 times as much, the faculty was sort of cookie-cutter faculty, and it was also whatever faculty would just seem to be randomly assigned. This faculty was all hand-chosen for your education by one person, and it made a huge difference. I know that I got a much more well-rounded and practical experience from this faculty, and so I think I know that I made a good choice.
And we're going to go to
the teamwork. It's actually pretty close to Justin. He creates the Adobe effects, and he did all the magic behind. And you have Sergey, who did most of the videos, and our Courtney here, who did an excellent job here, and the rest of the team who really helped us to get all the pictures. You can see the pictures from various moments. It's all like Courtney, Alina, Jessica. No, it's actually you guys. It's an excellent teamwork. I would say it's a moment I couldn't forget in my life. I hope this is the journey that will continue, and I mean that's pretty much I would like to say. Thank you all for.
Program. And the China trip was just an embodiment of all you class. You held our hand through it. You got us excited about it in the beginning, walked us through it. Taught us many things about business and life during, before, and after the trip, and for that we thank you. Just like, I know there's no way you'll ever forget the Red by 17 class, but this is something to remember us by, and for that...
We'll never forget you either.
So we got you...
I think it is. Yeah, sure.
So our turnout present to you are 2 jackets. But look how beautiful they are. They try them on, helping. There's no explanation here.
What you'll see on this destination is the record business. We left it in China. And if you look on the inside pocket, it's got from the 2017, so that way they can remember.
Open your pocket. For one of our colleagues and friends who attended the trip with us, and there were 2 people on our trip that were actually from China. Well, one person who's actually from China, and the other one, Yuxing, where are you? Yuxing pretended to be from China. But there was no evidence when we were in China that he was actually from China. But just this morning, he told us a lot about China, which I think he learned on the trips while he was with us. But Yunsin was a great host in helping us, but more than any one of us in the room, Farouk and Lou got a third or fourth member to the team, which was Balin. Balin, come on up, Balin. Balin helped me with my Chinese, as you saw in the video, and Balin helped me understand that it was actually very tonal language, which some of the words I was saying with some attitude from my Chicago roots didn't actually play out well as we were talking to vendors on the street, and Balin helped us tone it down. The code word from Balin was that we keep a low profile, and I think we did that, right? Quite often. And Balin made us all not have to think about a lot. From taking us out, telling us where to go, helping us negotiate when we got into some issues. Very important. One of the things Balin made me feel good about is we were walking down the street one night in Beijing, Shanghai, dark street. We were trying to find a place for dinner, and the Shanghai police pulled up to us on the sidewalk, and Balin came and stood next to me so he doesn't get in trouble, and I thought that was freaking amazing. Because apparently the cops don't mess with tourists, so this was an amazing experience. So Balin made us all feel like he took us under his wing and played a custodian role to us, arranged taxis for us, really made the trip much of a greater experience, where we took him to places that we didn't want Lou and Farouk to. Thank you, Balin.
Remember the big family and the China trip hosted by Farouk and Louis. It really made me feel the Remember 2017 really a true family, and now I all feel I have another 60 over family members. So also as a tourist guide in China, I really encourage 2018 colleagues to experience more real China, like help out, like scalping, everything. The funny thing is, after Courtney eat some chicken feet. No. He did. Okay. So he encouraged me to try one, and I said, no, it's for tourists.
New Jersey Science Center as a family. And there's more in the back. There's more in the back. Yeah, no, just. And this is something that really made us. Here you go. This is a green thing for Balin. There's a monkey story to be had here. Thank you.
Profit of any kind. This is a great way to be able to get that experience, but I will tell you that it's a lot of work, right? It is not going to be easy. At times it's going to be a little bit of a thankless job, but these individuals are going to help you better manage the program and everything that is going to be coming at you, because when it starts, you are going to have more information thrown at you from so many different sources that you're going to have your head spinning. So, talking to my mentee earlier today, and when we were told that we were going to be getting emails from our communications chair on exactly what was due for that particular coming week, we thought, well, I know where to go for that information, but trust me, you're going to want somebody to really help manage that flow of information. So we're fortunate that Maria back there is for us. So just keep that in mind. Take a couple of days. get to learn each other, or rather get to know each other, learn a little bit about each other. Where are your strengths? Are you somebody that enjoys being a little bit more organized? Are you somebody that really wants to flex your leadership skills, if you will? And again, however you decide to go about it, by the end of the week, you really want to have somebody in place that is going to help guide your class, not just for this year, but really into next year as well, because as obviously you've learned, these individuals are continuing to really help us as we go into probably the hardest semester of the entire program. So that's really all I have to
Just
add.
understand, anyone on the election committee and then those that are also interested in actually being on the committee, they're two different things. The election committee is overseeing the process of those of your classmates who are going to be your class chairs.